What happens when we pass from this world is one of life's great mysteries. According to the ancient wisdom of the Bardo Thodol, or the Tibetan Book of the Dead, death is not an end, but a profound transformation, a passage through various states of being that we navigate with the essence of our consciousness. This sacred text, written in the 8th century by the master Padmasambhava, serves as a spiritual compass for the soul, guiding it through the enigmatic terrain of the afterlife known as the Bardo. This journey through the intermediate state between death and rebirth offers not only a map for the dying, but is also a mirror reflecting the way we live our lives, urging us to cultivate awareness, compassion, and preparedness for the inevitable transitions we all must face. Padmasambhava, also known as Guru Rinpoche, is a seminal figure in Tibetan Buddhism, credited with bringing Buddhism to Tibet. He composed the Bardo Thodol as a means to guide the deceased through the complexities of the Bardo realm. This text was hidden as a terma, spiritual treasures intended for future discovery, and was later found by the treasure revealer Karma Lingpa in the 14th century. The Bardo Thodol describes 3 transitional periods, bardos, that the soul undergoes after death. Chikai Bardo, the moment of death. At the moment of death, individuals encounter the clear light of the ultimate reality. This primordial state of consciousness is crucial, as recognition of this light can lead to liberation from the cycle of birth and rebirth. The experience of the clear light is said to be an overwhelming sense of peace and understanding, akin to descriptions provided by those who have undergone near-death experiences. The text instructs the dying to embrace this light and merge with it, which requires a clear and undistracted mind. Chonyid Bardo, the Bardo of Dharmata. Should the deceased fail to recognize the clear light, they move into the Chonyid Bardo, characterized by vivid, often bewildering visions. These include encounters with peaceful and wrathful deities, which symbolize various psychological and spiritual aspects of the individual. Understanding that these deities are manifestations of one's own mind is key to navigating this stage successfully. Here, the vivid and sometimes terrifying visions serve as both a test and a reflection of the soul's moral and psychological state. The Bardo Thodol provides detailed descriptions of each deity and the appropriate meditative responses to them, emphasizing the importance of spiritual practice and moral integrity during one's life. Sidpa Bardo, the Bardo of Rebirth. Finally, the Sidpa Bardo involves the soul's preparation for rebirth, influenced by its karma. The soul experiences a variety of visions and sensations influenced by its karmic residue, which ultimately guide it towards rebirth in one of the 6 realms of existence according to Tibetan Buddhist cosmology. This stage emphasizes the impact of karma and the importance of ethical conduct. The soul's attractions and aversions to the various visions it encounters will determine its future birth. The text advises the soul to avoid attachment or aversion to these visions, promoting a stance of equanimity and acceptance. The parallels between the Bardo Thodol and contemporary NDEs are striking. Both describe a transition through a spiritually significant, often life-changing process marked by encounters with entities or beings that reflect one's inner life, and both emphasize profound realizations about one's life and purpose. Moreover, both the Bardo Thodol and NDE narratives frequently mention a profound encounter with a light that embodies unconditional love and ultimate truth. The Bardo Thodol is deeply rooted in Mahayana Buddhist philosophy, emphasizing the bodhisattva ideal, the aspiration to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. This altruistic intention is critical to understanding the text's approach to death and rebirth, framing these transitions within the larger goal of ultimate liberation from suffering for all. In Tibetan culture, the Bardo Thodol is integrated into daily life and cultural practices, informing rituals related to death and dying, such as the sky burial, where the deceased are offered to vultures as an act of generosity and a reminder of the impermanence of the body. The Bardo Thodol offers rich material for the study of consciousness, presenting it as a dynamic continuum that persists beyond physical death. This aligns with contemporary studies in neuropsychology and transpersonal psychology, exploring the potential for accessing a unified field of consciousness. Modern interpretations link the clear light to universal consciousness or collective awareness, suggesting that this stage in the Bardo Thodol may represent a fundamental state accessible to all at death. Karma's central role in the Bardo Thodol highlights the consequences of actions, influencing the soul's experiences in the Bardos and its rebirth, which has led to discussions about the moral implications of our actions in psychological and social contexts. The text's practical visualization practices help practitioners prepare for death by familiarizing them with the processes described, aiming to reduce fear and promote a peaceful transition. Since its translation into Western languages in the 20th century, the Bardo Thodol has influenced spiritual and psychological fields in the West, introducing new concepts about life, death, and rebirth. Studies comparing the Bardo Thodol with texts like the Egyptian Book of the Dead have highlighted its unique approach to navigating the afterlife, emphasizing the importance of spiritual preparation and conscious dying. The principles from the Bardo Thodol are applied in end-of-life care, providing a spiritual framework that helps address the anxieties and needs of the dying, enhancing the quality of care in hospices and palliative settings. Workshops and courses on the Bardo Thodol teach its principles to those interested in Tibetan Buddhism and the metaphysical aspects of death and dying, enriching the spiritual and educational landscape. The Bardo Thodol goes beyond its religious roots to offer valuable lessons on life, death, and rebirth. This ancient text encourages us to live with purpose and compassion, helping us understand our lives better. Today, its teachings are used in modern care for the dying, providing comfort and dignity in the final moments. The Bardo Thodol also enriches educational and spiritual discussions, prompting us to think deeply about life's changes and how we handle them. In essence, the Bardo Thodol not only prepares us for what comes after death, but also teaches us to live more meaningful lives. It reminds us of the importance of every moment and the impact of our choices on our future. Ultimately, the Bardo Thodol illuminates the path to self-awareness and spiritual clarity, guiding us through life's journey with wisdom that transcends time and culture. Thanks for watching, and remember to embrace the wisdom of the ages as we navigate the challenges and mysteries of life.